Good evening, students. So today let us start with module 2 of engineering graphics and design. So module 2 deals with the projection of the planes, and today we are solving a problem which I have already noted down on the board. You can see that one. So as the problem states here, we can see she is saying a square lamina of 40 mm sides rests on one of its sides on HP. The lamina makes 30 degree to HP, and the side on which it rests makes 45 degree to VP. Draw its projections. Okay. Now here the important thing is, first let us see what are the given things and what are the required things we require to solve the problem. The first one is nothing but the type of lamina. Right. So what type of lamina we are drawing here? It is nothing but the square lamina. Okay. Second, what is the length of those lamina? The second thing, that is nothing but it is already stated in the given question, that is 40 mm. Right. Next, third thing what we have to remember is on which side it is resting. So there are basically two things we should know. One is resting on HP, resting on corner, and one more thing is resting on the edges. So these are the two particular points which you have to remember for the all types of lamina. That is nothing but resting on the edges or resting on the corner. Okay. Now here in the question they have stated that it is resting on one of its side. Third thing, right? And it is resting on HP. So resting on HP means here we have VP and here we have HP. So resting on HP means we are going to draw here. Resting in VP means we are going to draw in the above section of XY line. Okay. Just the next thing what we are going to consider here is the inclination with respect to HP and VP. The inclination with respect to HP and VP will be given in each and every question of the projection of the planes topic. So here you can see the lamina makes the 30 degree to HP, right? And it is making 45 degree to VP. Now in this we have to understand whether this problem is a simple problem or with locus problem. Right. So there are two again categories in every problems of the projection of planes. So if it is saying resting on the there are two things. One is whether it is with locus or without locus. So if you see the question here, it is saying the lamina makes 30 degree to HP and the side on which it rests makes a 45 degree to VP. So this is a simple problem. It is not a locus problem, right? So let us start with the problem and try to draw the lamina which is shown here. Okay. So you can see initially the given thing is the side is 40 mm resting on the HP and it is a square lamina. So I am going to draw 40 mm lamina here. So I have drawn a square lamina as what it is stated in the question, saying it is resting on the edge. Now you can see that this is one edge, so I am going to leave it from my left hand side. So remember, whenever we start in the projection of the planes topic, we should always consider the left hand side edges. It is very important concept. Okay, so let us start the naming from the left hand side. A, B, C and D. The representation is very important and it considers a lot of marks. So here you can even check, I can provide the given dimensions which they have stated in the problem. So what is the total length of each side? We are stating 40 mm. Right? So now what is the next thing here? Now we are going to project it from the top side towards the front side. Right? So project these lines with a very light line on the top side. Right? So you can see these lines are going on the top side. Now you have to imagine that you are seeing this figure from the bottom. Okay. So when you see from the bottom, which edges are visible for you at the beginning? The edge visible is B, A. So I can say that when it goes on the top, so this point I can name it as B dash because it is visible first, and because inside the bracket represents that point is not visible for us. When you are seeing from here, B dash is visible but B dash is not visible. It is behind the B dash point. That's why we are going to write it in the bracket. In the same way, if you see from the bottom this edge, so C is coming first, so I am going to name this as C dash, and inside the bracket there will be B dash. So if you complete this step, your first step will be over. And if you join this line, your first step will be over. Right? Like make it a little bit dark enough here. So remember the edges which we are representing, those edges should be dark enough. Okay? The remaining XY line or the projection line should be very light enough. Okay. Now this was about the first step. We call it as first step. Okay? Now first step is over. Now the second step is what? Now the second step is inclination we have to check. Now we have two inclinations. One inclination with respect to HP, that is how much? 30 degree. And one inclination is there with respect to BP, that is 45 degree. Right? Okay. Now since it is given that HP is 30 degree, BP is 45 degree, so which step you are going to take in second one? Remember always that we are going to take the inclination with respect to HP in second step if the first step is resting in HP. Remember, okay? Suppose if the first step is resting in BP, then the second step will be inclination with respect to BP. That will be exactly in opposite direction. Okay? So since it is resting in HP in the first step, the second step will be inclination with respect to HP. So let us assume one point somewhere here, somewhere on this XY line, but keep it as much as close enough to the first step. Okay? So I am going to name this point as this line, that is B dash bracket B dash. That's why I stated we have to consider the left hand side. Now I am going to take the inclination with respect to HP how much? 30 degree. So now 30 degree inclination when I am going to take it. So you can keep your protector here. Right? You can keep your protector here and measure 30 degree in anti-clockwise direction. Right? So once you measure this length, then now you are going to take this distance, that is from B dash to C dash A dash. Just measure this one and keep a pointer and just mark an R at that line. Okay. Now it will be helpful so that you got the exact length what is there in the first step, the same step you are taken in the second step, and you are going to mark a line out. Yes. So once you get this one, here you can check this point is represented as the remaining point, that is nothing but C dash bracket B dash. Now most of the students get confused, what if there are many other points in between apart from just 2 points? If there are many other points, the same method you have to follow. Take the rounder, check the distance of each point and just go on marking each point of this point. Okay? So once this step is over, so this angle I have to represent here, that is how much? 30 degree. And you have to now project this one at the bottom side. So project it with a very light line. As you can see here, okay, the lines should be very light enough, and I am showing you the arrow marks also with respect to from where they are coming. Now project the lines from the first step also. So now project it. So which all lines are connecting? Now I can say that from this line A dash point and B dash point are coming, right? But which point is intersecting at the location, we have to name that point. Now for example, from this line A dash and B dash are coming. So when it is intersecting with this line, which point is going to come here? Let us see. So from this line, which point is coming? A and B. So when A and B are coming here and B and A are coming from here, so the common point is between both the lines is A point. So let us name this as A point. Okay. Next, when it continues at the bottom, let us take this projection now. From here B and C is coming. So what is remaining thing from this line? Only B is remaining. So this point is named as B point. Similarly, this point is C and this point is D. Now this limits will be same as what you are did in the first step. There will be no any change in that. Okay. So whatever the limits I have calculated A, B, C, D, same thing A, B, C, D, the limit will come here. Suppose if I eliminate A, B, C, D, the same limit will come here. Okay, there will be no change. Now this was, and then now join this points with the dark line. That will complete your second step. And you can easily rub the projections extra lines afterwards if you don't know. Okay, so this was my second step. First step, second step. Okay, now the last step, that is nothing but inclination with respect to BP, because that is the only thing what is remaining now. Okay, now again take a point somewhere on the XY line, take a protractor and mark 45-degree line at the bottom side. Okay, and then draw a light line just for our representation purpose. As you can see here, you can extend this one as much as you want. And the way I am drawing the line here, this is 45-degree. There is no particular rule that you should draw always in the right hand side only. You can even take a point here and you can incline it in the other side also. Okay, so that is left to the students' understanding there. Now, once we have drawn this line, what we should do here? We should take whatever is there in the second step and place it in the third step. But the thing is, what are you going to place it on that line? Are you going to place an edge? Are you going to place a corner? Or are you going to place an diagonal? Right. So, as in the given question, they have stated the lamina makes 30 degree to HP. So, the lamina, which lamina I have listed here? The whole lamina. If you see here, if you open this one, so if I check like this, so you can see that the whole lamina is making an inclination of 30 degree with respect to HP, and the side on which it rests. So I told at the beginning of this problem, the side which we are going to consider is always on the left hand side. That is nothing but the left hand side. The left hand side edge is nothing but A and B. You can see here A and B. So that edge makes an 45-degree angle with respect to B. So we have to rest that edge on this line. Okay. So now the point what you can rest is A and B. So that you can rest wherever you want. But just you have to check that the diagram when you are going to draw this one, it should not go above the XY line. Okay, it should be below XY line. So that's why in the third step we require lot of space, and hence you can take that point as much as possible at the bottom. So I'm going to take this box and I'm going to place it exactly here. Okay, so I'm going to name this point as A. Right? Now, can you tell me what is the distance from A to B? Because A to B length is same as the first step. And what is this length? It is nothing but 40 mm. Right? If you are not understanding this one, you can go with the help of a rounder, as what we have done in the second step. You can take this one. Just check this one. A to B. Right? Just go here and cut an arc. I got the second point. That is nothing but B point. Next, what about the remaining points? How to get that? It is the same method. So go from A to B. Take A to B. Just cut an arc. Okay, don't worry about the distance. Again, go from B to C. It will be of same length. So B to C. Just cut an arc. Next, take the opposite corners now. That is from B to B. Right? So that will make your procedure very fast. Instead of taking protector and making all the things, it will make the procedure very fast. So then A to C. Right? So that completes your drawing from the second step. So this point will be A, B, C, and this point will be B. So join them with a dark line. You can check that one. Now whatever was there in the second step, I have gone to the third step. It may be of any kind of problem. Remember one thing, that whatever is done in the second step should be there in the third step. Okay. Now, once you complete this one, now project all the points on the top side, that is in the front view, with the light line. Okay. Now, the next thing is you are going to project the points from here towards those lines. But remember which line is going into which line, you have to remember very carefully. So, I suggest that in the third step you should be very careful enough. Right. So, let us join one by one line. So, let us take A. So, A is where exactly? Here. That is nothing but at the xy line and B. A dash and B dash, that is on the xy line itself. So, my point A dash is going to come here. So remaining line is not useful. You can just trim it off after that. Next, let us go with the B line. So B line is nothing but this is third line. So where it is exactly, B is also at the bottom over here. You can check it, right? So B, I am going to mark here. This will be my B dash point. Right? Okay. Next, what about the third line? That is C. So C and D are both on the top. So I am just going to project a line from there in a straight manner up to the intersection. Right? So now you can check here. C is intersecting here. So I am going to name it as C dash. The extra line can be trimmed off. And then the next thing, that is nothing but D. So this will be D dash. So that I intersected. Now join this all the points in an order way. That is A to B. A dash to B dash, B dash to C dash, then C dash to B dash, and back B dash to B dash. So if you complete this step, the extra lines can be eliminated after the whole diagram is over. You can remove this one. So this will be your first step. So this is the end of the problem.